What's happening, members of League Zero? I'm your host, Grapecake, and welcome to the Week 7 edition of the Countdown. Today I have a few of my guests. Say your name.
I am Alpha Omega. I am the hitscan DPS for Platchat.
Hello, I'm Tyranitar, and I'm the manager for Geometric.
What's up? I'm Red Knight. I am the, backup main tank for Wisdom Academy.
Alright guys, we have a brand new guest this week from a lot of different teams. Should be a good time. So going on with the first game of the week, we had Rio Redemption versus Geometric. And although Rio Redemption won, I'm pretty sure this game surprised all of us, considering that Rio was actually able to take their first map of the season against a strong Geometric team. So what were your guys' thoughts on this game? Specifically you, Tyranitar, because you were the manager and watched that game.
So the first map, we were trying something different by putting Aluv on main tank, which is basically the main reason we lost the map. Which still credits to them, they did play good, but just switching it up, something we weren't used to, and so we lost the map. And then we put Corbs in on main tank, and then we won every other map. Basically the summary of the game.
Yeah, awesome. Corbs did tell me after the game that he wasn't there for the first map, the biggest reason why Rio did end up taking that first map. But Geometric did pull it back strong, going 3-0. Red Knight and Alpha Mega, what were your guys' thoughts on this game if you did end up watching it?
I didn't end up watching the match, but I don't think that Geo taking the next 3 maps can be put entirely on Corbs. I think it's more the synergy of Corbs on main tank with the rest of the team that gave them the win.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sympathetic to that point of view.
Yeah, I can understand that. Corbs is the main chakra and leader of this Geometric team, so it did play a major factor in them losing that first map. But nonetheless, they did end up winning 3-1, so that's a feat in itself. The player of the match of this game was Flintless, who I believe is the main support, if I'm not wrong, Tyranitar?
Yeah, he's the main support.
Yeah, main support. And then we also have Alucard, who is the Genji player and Mei for this team.
It is not. Nope. That is not correct.
How is that not?
Alu V2.
Is Alu
Alu
V2?
V2.
Is that a real
Yes,
player?
he's different from Alu. Yes, he's a different player.
Oh my god. Oh, bro, I'm actually a failure. I thought they were the same player. I always thought they were the same person. What the hell? Yikes. So who is
One's on a completely different team.
Yikes. That is a yikes. What does Alu V2 play?
He plays flex support and played main tank for the first map.
That's good. That's good to hear. I actually didn't know that player even existed, so my bad there. Yikes. So going to the next week's game, we had OTW versus Wisdom Academy, and Red Knight, you were actually in this game, so you guys ended up winning 3-2, and a lot of people are saying that the biggest reason why you guys won is because of you subbing in at the halfway point. Just break us down what went through this game before and after.
Vantage popped off the first 2 maps, and also we weren't really ready for KTO's hit scan. That would be, I think, the biggest factors. Also, there was some calls that were questionable, right? Like, we were really slow to switch. We opened up on this Poke comp, which was Tracer and Pharmacy. And the comp worked. It works. It does what it's supposed to do. It just doesn't work well when the other team's running, I don't know, what's it called? Torb? Torb's pretty good against Tracer. So we were slow to switch off that. Sub me in down 2-0, and I don't know. Like, I just started popping off against Vantage. I was able to punish a lot of his aggression, and yeah, it was pretty successful. I mean, I would say the biggest thing that changed was just Vantage probably started tilting after like the 3rd sleep that Awkward hit on him. That's my guess, honestly. I think Vantage just tilted out of his mind.
Fair
That makes sense.
One question is, what was your guys' expectations before this game, and how did those change after facing OTW? Because I do understand that you guys were undefeated, and going down 2-0 might have changed your mental, especially during the game.
I mean, I don't know, man. I get subbed in the 3rd map every single game, and my expectation is, as far as I'm concerned, I'm gonna win that game. Obviously my team plays a big role in that, but I have yet to lose a map this season. Actually, I'm 7-0 in leagues. So I didn't really think about their record at all. I was just kind of like, I'm here to do a job, and when they said I was staying in, I was like, all right, bet. I'm gonna go undefeated.
Awesome, that's good to hear. Yeah, so going on the player of the match, of course, it had to be Red Knight. He popped off hard that game. Congratulations to you, my man. And then the honorable mention was Titanic. So, do you guys have anything to add about these two players in general? Or anything?
I gotta shout out Thigh, dude.
Yeah.
Thigh popped. Like, he actually should have gotten way more credit in that win. He swapped a soldier and easily was our most flexible player that map. He played like 4 or 5 different heroes the whole time. And I think with the exception of the pharmacy, which is kind of getting poked out, like, the pharmacy couldn't get value because we weren't doing what we needed to do, but he, on soldier and on fist and on junk, he just kind of popped off.
Tyranitar and Alpha Mega, if you guys did end up watching this game, what was your guys' perspective on this?
I didn't really. You can go.
I'll let you go, Tyranitar.
Okay, so I didn't really watch the game, but the team was giving me updates. So it seemed kind of like a Clash of the Titans, the top 2 teams, in my opinion. So it probably was a good game to see and watch in Novice compared to the other games going on.
Personally, I think that the big turning point was that 3rd map when Red Knight was subbed in, because once Wisdom gets momentum, they're basically unstoppable. I think even Platchat, as we found out last week, it's hard to stop them when they're on the when they're on a roll.
Yeah, I can agree with that there. This is actually Wisdom's 2nd reverse sweep in a row, and that is when Red Knight actually subbed in for the 3rd map. So I want to see if Wisdom does make more roster moves in the future, considering that they do better with certain rosters. But going on to the last game of the week, we had Platjar versus Hyperflex, and I feel like although the Wisdom OTW game was probably the game of the week, this was like a really surprising game to see such a dominant finish. So Platjar ended up beating Hyperflex 3-0 in a pretty dominant fashion. I do want to say that Platjar did bring it really close against Wisdom Academy, but I definitely expected Hyperflex to put up more of a fight. So Alpha Mega, what was Platjar's preparation, and did Hyperflex surpass or underwhelm your expectations during this game?
Our main goal going into this match was to shut down Overcharge, because we know that he's basically a Genji one-trick, and the faster that we could get him to swap off that role, we knew that we were going to have more success. So the Junkrat, the McCree, anything to like really counter him from diving our backline, we knew that would work better in defeating them. Same thing with the Thor. Honestly, I would say that they came a bit under our expectations. We had been screaming them quite a lot in the first half of the season, but to see them like come in and just sort of, I don't want to be rude, but like they kind of just died on that last map. It definitely, it felt a bit cheap, I guess I'll say, that we were able to get such a dominant victory.
Yeah, but I feel like your practice has paid off, especially against, getting a tough loss versus Wisdom Academy, especially going up 2-1 game reverse flip. You guys were able to bounce back and get a 3-0. Red and Tyranitar, what was your guys' opinion on this game?
I think Hyperflex was overhyped from day one. Alucard's a pretty bad hamstring when like he can only play 2 heroes and only one of them he can kind of even remotely play well. And he needs a Mercy Pocket to even do anything in the first place, and he doesn't know his combos. So, like, I mean, I'm just never been impressed with him as a player, nor Hyperflex's overall choices when it came to DPS.
Yeah, and it seems to me that Hyperflex is kind of falling apart a little because pretty sure their manager left, right?
Yeah,
he kind of got replaced.
Yeah, he got replaced. And so it seems like Hyperflex is just a little unprepared and probably gets tilted a lot, maybe. So yeah, that's what it seems like to me.
Fair enough. Yeah, Hyperflex did go through a huge manager change, and that might have affected team morale and just team in general. You know, bringing a new manager does take time to adapt to, and definitely showed in this game that they weren't able to adapt fast enough. But going on for the player of the match, it was No You, and the honorable mentions were Alpha Mega and Iggly Debop. Of course, Alpha Mega are in here, so shout out to you. But I do want to say No You and Iggly Depop did play very, very well. In general, they did help solidify the win, and yeah, Platja just played good overall. Anyone want to add anything before we move on?
No You has impressed me the most out of any player, and like in the entire division in a lot of ways. Considering kind of the memes about him in the beginning of the season when he's on Rio, and now looking how well he's playing now. I mean, shoot, I actually would say like No You's up there with me, Ryguy, and Vantage as like a top main tank in the division easily.
Yeah, the main tanks in this division are probably the best role in my opinion.
Yeah,
Just like, yeah.
especially with this being a main tank heavy meta. Yeah, definitely main tanks are the head of the show here, especially in this season, especially in Novice. But going on to the last segment of this video, we have the predictions, and our first game of the week is Wisdom vs. Real Redemption, and all of us have Wisdom winning, except Tarantar, who thinks it's going to be a 3-2 win for Wisdom in a closer fashion. So Tarantar, I want to ask you, why do you think Rio, who has only won one map this whole season, think they're going to win 2 against Wisdom, the #1 team in this league?
Because I feel like Wisdom might throw so they get their 3rd reverse sweep in the row.
Oh my god.
Or, because Rio did win their first map, so they might win their 2nd and 3rd because they won their first, and now they're gonna get 2,
Oh gosh.
and
Okay.
eventually win 3.
Alright, well, I'm gonna ask Red Knight a better question, okay? So Red Knight, how have you guys been preparing for Rio, and what are your guys' expectations going into this game?
I don't know how I can say we're specifically preparing for Rio. But I will say this: Rio's been our scrim partner for like since the beginning of the season. Like every Monday we scrim them, like legitimately, except this week, right? Because we're playing against them again. And the thing that's always frustrated me about Rio is they have the most scrim bucks in the world, and then they always find a way to like not win. Like literally, they look so good in scrims, and we're all like, "Oh, this will be the week. This will be the week," and then they don't do it. And as a
Yeah,
Wait,
there's
what-
Zephyr.
Yeah, there's 100%. And you know, and obviously a player that we still all love from Wisdom Academy is traded there in Ian Kenny, and you know, we really wanted that for him to be able to start and hopefully win some games. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna say we're gonna lose this week because that'd be dumb, but you know, we're #throw for Rio.
Yeah, like I said, he literally said it.
Yeah, so Alpha Mega...
No leaks.
Yeah,
no
leak,
leaks.
no leaks. So Alpha Mega, why do you think this is going to be a dominant win for Wisdom?
The best way I can put it is that Wisdom, I think if they want to like feel themselves as like the top team in the league, they have to make this a 3-0, and I think they know that. And I think they're going to just go full out, even if they are just against Rio.
Well, wise words
That
there.
also makes sense.
I agree with that. Moving on to the next game of the week, though, we have Geometric versus Hyperflex, and all of us have Geometric winning, but Red Knight. So wait, you didn't write a team, so who do you think is gonna win?
Oh, yeah. So I expect Geo to win, but I just think both teams are in free fall. I know Tyranitar might disagree with me on that. I
maybe.
mean, there's the rumor mill is ablaze about Corbs and his role in the team, and like, you know, what they can do. I mean, they kind of looked like a mess ever since we 3-0'd them like 2 weeks back. You know, the bigger thing is, like, it's not a question of who's better, it's a question of who's worse.
Damn, those are some strong words there. But yeah, Tyranitar, I want to ask you. You guys have started to like fall off at the halfway point of the season. You guys were able to bounce back. So what is your guys' expectations going into this game against Hyperflex, and how are you guys preparing?
Like I said before, they did lose their manager, so we still, even though we're preparing hard, we know that it might be a little weakened because of this manager change, and just our regular schedule scrimming hard, and sometimes getting coaches actually this week. Kind of a buggers.
It's good to hear.
Also,
good to hear.
maybe the new pickup, maybe.
Leaks.
Benching corpse.
Yeah. So Ren, I wanna actually I'm gonna ask you this, Ren. Why do you think it's gonna be such a close game? Oh, actually, I already asked you this. Race the same thing. I'm gonna ask Alpha Mega this question. Alpha Mega, why do you have Geometric winning this game?
I think just overall, Geometric is the better team. Hyperflex does mostly they basically get carried a lot by Alucard. Like, not trying to like put anyone down on their team, but he is like sort of the backbone of the team. So I think he'll get shut down by Geometric's front line.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I feel like Alucard is probably the star player in Hyperflex, and when things don't go his way, the Hyperflex starts to collapse. But yeah, so I think we all can agree Geometric will win this game. But
if it, in
Well,
my opinion,
go on, sorry.
this week is the week for Genji to carry since there is no Monkey, I think, and there's no Soldier. So Monkey, no, Genji has an easier time here, but we have found ways to just counter Genji without using Monkey. So yeah.
Okay, good to hear, good to hear. We go on to the last game of the week. We have Plagia versus One Trick Wonders, and there's a bit of a split decision here. So both Redner and Tarantar have OTW winning, 3-1 or either 3-2, and I'm the only one going with Plagia. So I wanna ask you, Redner and Tarantar, why do you think OTW is gonna win this game?
OTW is simply put the second best team in the league, or the best not Wisdom team.
Fair. Tarantar?
Yeah, that is fair. I feel like Placha, although they have been getting better, like a lot better, I don't know if like they have enough oomph to get by OTW and like Vantage and every really good player on OTW. I think, yeah.
But okay, so Alpha Meg, I want to ask you this question. What are your guys' expectations going against a really strong One Trick Wonders team? And how are you guys prepping for them?
Our expectations going into this is that we know that they are going to put up a good fight because they are the second best team in the league right now. But I think that they show weaknesses, and we're going to try to exploit those weaknesses.
Yeah, I kind of have to agree with you there. I mean, Placha is starting to look like a brand new team, especially after the halftime break. And OTW is still living up to their expectations, but I feel like Placha is going to be able to exploit a lot of mistakes that One Trick is going to cause. So I feel like that's where Placha may be able to excel and actually take this win. I wouldn't be surprised if OTW win this, and I wouldn't be surprised if OTW wins this in a fast game. But I feel like Placha can bring it very, very close. So, yeah, do you guys have anything to add about that game?
It might just be like,
Oh, go ahead.
okay, it might just be like whose day is better because these teams are, in my opinion, are close. It's just like who's having the better day. That decides most games.
I actually have somebody with me who might have some insight.
I think Platchat is underdog and honestly lit as fuck. I love the boys. Good luck to them. I honestly though think OTW is overall more solid team, but I think Platchat has upset potential. Coronavirus has Navino back at home with red, and it makes me sad.
Okay. Yeah, I do feel like Placha is underdog. I have to agree with you there, Red Knight's friend.
That was literally Navino, the coach slash manager, also my brother for Wisdom Academy.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
He's home. He wasn't memeing. He's home because of coronavirus.
Rip coronavirus.
Rip.
GR. Well, anyways. Oh, do you want? Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I will just say this. Given how close we made it against Wisdom, I think there's a solid chance you could see Platchat pulling out a 3-0.
Okay.
That's aggressive, but I definitely think Platchat is like in the conversation. I think Platchat definitely like jumped over Geo. That's my opinion in terms of the rosters right now. Playoffs started today, and Platchat faced Geo, or I guess faced whoever. I guess they would be facing us because they're still a 4 seed. Still, you get what I'm saying. Like I think Platchat could definitely beat Geo, for example.
I was gonna go over the hero pools, but this hero pool doesn't really affect too much in this current meta. It's probably gonna go back to the week 1 meta. So yeah, so I think we can end it there, guys. Any closing statements by anyone overall?
Hashtag strength in numbers. Wisdom continues to win because we have the deepest team easily.
Yeah, that might change soon.
Okay. But I think we can end it there, guys.
One
sorry.
last thing.
Go.
Corpse is a feeder.
Okay, dude.
Facts.
Corvus is my boy, though. You can't hate on him like that. Anyways.
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Can do and always will.
Corbs, no leaks might be taking a break.
Okay, no leaks, Sergio. You can't leak. This isn't a show for leaking. And there's been so many massive leaks by you, Tyranitar, this whole day.
Yeah, but it's gonna be up. It's gonna be out on Friday. It doesn't matter.
Okay, anyways, thank you guys all for watching this week's edition of the Countdown. If you guys did enjoy, please subscribe and leave a like. And we'll see you guys next week for week 8. See ya.
Hey guys, welcome back to the intermediate part of the countdown. My name is Pooter Scooter. I am joined here with Zed,
Hello.
Jeff,
Hello.
and Tanik.
Yo.
So let's hop into the first game, which is Double Cap versus CDC. Double Cap won. What do you guys think of it?
I watched the VOD a little bit, and basically it was less of double cap being better. It was more of double clap knowing the meta better, and DC playing more coordinated.
Yeah, DC, like, I don't know, DC just looked a lot more coordinated than CDC. Like, CDC definitely looked like they were a bit disjointed.
Mhm.
Also, DC's DPS looked a lot more impressive in that match. Like Jolt, when you just put him on the Genji, kind of pops.
Yeah.
And I feel like the biggest reason that that they won Volskaya, like CDC did anyways, was because they were able to like find a way to counter Jolt's Genji and force him onto a role he wasn't really comfortable with, which
Yeah.
was the three. So.
Yeah. Talking about Jolt, the player of the match was the player of the match. There are two of them. It's Hypnotis and it's
Pseudonym versus Sev. Yeah.
What?
Sev, yeah.
Sev. Okay, good. And the honorable mention was Jolt, but you said that he was like a very big part. And
Oh
you
yeah,
think that
I
you
thought he was the main reason why they won.
So you
Yeah.
think that you should have gotten player of the match?
Oh yeah, I felt like he got robbed.
Yeah, kind of. Not gonna lie.
All right.
I
He
mean-
played pretty well, but he's kind of against you one trick, no cap.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I
he's
mean,
no. He played Ash. He played Ash, guys. Don't worry.
Yeah, he
He's
played
a
Ash,
key
sorry.
trick.
sorry.
From
two
what I've
tricks.
heard, it's
Two
not
tricks. Two
entirely
tricks are better
his
than one
fault.
tricks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All
I
right.
heard that he's like been forced a little to play Genji.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think he's complaining. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But
Apparently, he's just been a scrim god with Genji, so they're rolling with it.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, like their team definitely looks really strong on like dive compositions. Like,
Oh, yeah.
like Nini looks a lot more comfortable on Monkey than he does Ryan. Aqua's a pretty strong diva, and then like both their supports are pretty flexible. Like they were doing pretty good on like any role you put them on. So
Yeah, I
They're
never
definitely
thought that
comfortable
Nini's
dive.
Ryan was too strong.
Yeah.
So when he's on Winston, he just looks a lot better.
yeah.
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 Okay, let's move on to the next game, which is DKE versus Bot Burgers. DKE won very close with a draw on a map, 3-2.
In a reverse sweep as well.
In a
Yeah, it was a
sweep,
reverse sweep. Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I remember watching that.
Yeah. the
Yeah,
player of the
that
match-
was-
Yeah.
That was a really tough game to watch. Like just
Yeah.
like because Bop Burgers had it, right? They were up 2-0 and then they just kind of slipped out of their fingies and it was so sad.
Sort of reminded me of the monkey match. You know, the monkey brawl in Overwatch League, Boston
Yeah,
v Houston.
I was
Yeah.
just about to
It
mention
was-
that. It's like,
It was definitely
who's worse?
awesome.
That's who your winner is.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the player of the match for that game was Hyson, or Hysean, I don't know.
Yeah, hi, Sean.
Hysean, and the honorable mentions were Pichu and Wiz.
Yeah,
Right.
I think Kai Sean's a pretty capable main tank, and in my opinion, he's probably the best player on his team.
Yeah. I think it's between him and Wiz, in my opinion.
yeah,
Yeah.
him
They're all
and-
good.
Yeah,
Pretty
they're
strong.
definitely like the strong points on their team.
Yeah.
Like, they're like the linchpins.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I remember when I first played against him, like, I thought that he was a fairly good main tank, and he did a pretty good job. He's good at, like, blocking shatters, and
Yeah, he also got some pretty high value shatters on Dorado, from
Yeah.
what I saw. So, yeah, no, he did a pretty good job. He deserved it.
Oh yeah.
Alright, moving on to the next game, it's Papega Parrots versus Vitalize. Papega Parrots won 3-0 with the draw. Specifically, Jeff. Yeah, hold up. Let me go back. All of you guys were actually in that game.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm small brain. Can you guys talk
to
about
say
that
the
game?
least, they got lucky.
Yeah, we got lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got lucky that Great Cub couldn't make it. They got lucky.
Yeah, dude, this is the boomer couldn't
Yes.
make it, dude. He's too busy
Yes.
playing Smite, man.
Yes, the carry of Vitalize, Great Cub.
Oh yeah. I also copy Doc. Don't forget him.
Oh my bad. Sorry.
Yeah.
Copy dog. God tier off support.
Yeah. The player of the
Or
match.
wait, not off support,
Yeah.
off tank. Yeah.
The player of the match for that game was Jeff. Let's all clap for Jeff.
No.
Thank you.
I refuse.
Okay.
I refuse as well.
Okay.
I got robbed again, dude.
Yeah, robbed.
Mechanic.
You telling me
Well,
I got robbed?
That Gizd also got robbed as well.
You just took an L. I don't want to hear it. Okay. I kind of may or may not have sent you to the boom room.
Dude, you sent me to the boom room. I heard that I was put on the list of people that you want to work out with this summer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And the honorable mention for that game was Sherlock.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sherlock popped.
Yeah, no complaints. Yeah, he did
a
well.
bunch of, yeah, he had a bunch of nades.
Yeah.
I think it was more of Copy Dog being bad, but that's alright. Ninth
No,
place, by the way.
Yeah, Sherlock
He
kind
just
of
got a lot
abuses.
focus on.
Sherlock abuses bad off tanks. So yeah.
Yeah.
Ninth
Yeah.
place, by the way, as well, guys. Don't forget.
Yeah, ninth place team. I didn't know Vitalize was such a good third place team. Wow, it's crazy.
Hey,
Alright,
I mean,
yeah. Moving on to the next game. This was, in my opinion, a very big upset. It's Overcharge versus Powerhouse. Overcharge won 3-2 with a draw. And the player of the match was Razor Sharp.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there wasn't even any honorable mentions. Only Millie.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was watching like a little bit of the game, like catching glimpses of it, but when I was watching, he was popping.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
I think one reason why Overcharge won was also just because Powerhouse is a very meta-dependent team, in my opinion. If May's in meta, they're going to be good just because they bully teams who just use May only. Because they abuse May OTP teams. But teams that don't force May, they win again.
They're definitely one of those teams where they're really good in a meta based on the fact that they know that the other team will probably run it. So they're constantly looking for ways to counter it. But when you don't really know what the meta is for that week, right? It's kind of hard to find like a counter to it. So then you just kind of play like a not so favorable comp, right?
that and also Overwatch is beginning, or not Overwatch, Overcharge is beginning to like add to their roster and develop it. Like they picked up Kimbo and
Isn't this like their fourth version of Overcharge or something?
something like that. They
Yeah,
keep
something
on
like
trying
that.
to add players since I believe their original draft was kind of not the best.
Yeah.
Kind of,
Yeah.
yeah.
They almost lost. I think they lost every single person on the original
Yeah.
draft except Cameron.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, from
shout
what I
out to
heard.
Cameron, dude.
Yeah, shout out to Cameron.
Sticking
He's-
on
he's
one of the worst
a
teams.
loyal.
Yeah.
Dude, he's kind of fragging too. So good
Mhm.
for him.
Loyal, bro.
Yeah, it was a pretty big game for Overcharged, and it shows that Powerhouse is definitely really beatable. And
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. For
Alright,
sure.
moving on to the next game, it's Shanghai Sellouts versus High Society. Shanghai won. The player of the match was Mohammed, and the honorable mentions were the Bakery and Snipes.
Wait, Nick didn't get honorable mention for feeding his brains out?
I was just about to say that. Honestly, I'm super surprised. Nick, you played an outstanding game, dude.
Yeah. You simultaneously made it impossible to win. Oh, impossible.
Impossible.
Impossible, DW.
They're kind of weird game. Like his Genji was psyched for sore eyes, but then when he went on Doom, he kind of popped.
Yeah.
Like on Hollywood, anyways. Like he went as Genji, bladed like nothing, and then switched to Doom and immediately got like a 4K. So
Reminds
it
me of
was,
last season.
Oh
it
yeah.
was weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think High Society showed a lot of promise. Like I think even though
Yeah.
they did lose, they did show potential.
Yeah.
Like, at certain-
Plus, Shanghai is like one of the top teams in the league.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So-
They're one of the best teams. in
I,
the
I
league.
think High Society can, I would say, contend with like mid-table teams, and contend with high-tier teams.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
They just have to get over that hump of competing with the mid tier to low tier
Yeah,
to
they just
compete
they
with the high
just need
tier.
to they need to get consistent. Like they have good matchups against the lower tier teams, but then when it comes up to like, you know, not a barrier, but like once you recognize like the higher tier teams in Div B, like they kind of don't do as well. But I mean,
Yeah.
obviously it's gonna happen.
Mhm.
And moving on to the last game, it's Wait What versus Yoink. This was the only 3-0 of the week, except for if you
Well.
count Pega Barracks and Vitalize.
And
They
yeah,
mod.
just
It's not
Yeah,
a
without
3-0.
it was the quickest
lucky.
game. It was
the quickest
It-
game.
yeah. Oh my, I was watching. It was just kind of boring to watch a dub. Like
Yeah.
they made getting a dub boring.
Acid did well on Doomfist from what I've seen. He was very good, but he couldn't do enough or much at all.
Yeah,
Just changed the
I-
tide.
I have no idea what's going on with Yoink. Yoink's just kind of like in a weird place right now.
Yeah.
They're right in between bad and terrible.
Yeah.
Not good.
Yeah.
No, they're like the definition of average, I think. That's how most people describe them.
Yeah,
They'll
I
beat the
think so
teams
as well.
below them, but against teams that are higher than them, they're just...
Yeah,
They'll
they get
just get
volleyball.
destroyed, basically.
Oh yeah.
All right, and the
I
player of
mean-
the match for that game was Soundwave, and the honorable mention was Nyx.
I mean,
Soundwave
no,
did well.
it makes sense. Nyx and Soundwave both did really well, so.
This was Soundwave's second game back, I think, as well. So it's good to see him back. He's a very...
Yeah, no, he definitely rebounded after the first match from coming back from Shanghai.
Mhm.
Like that game, I think Weiwa was just a little bit off. Like I think
Yeah.
most players were a little rusty coming back, but they did
Yeah.
really well.
Yeah. All right, moving on to the predictions. First game is Double Cap versus DKE. We are split in the middle with this because me and Zed believe that DKE is going to win, but Tanik and Jeff believe that DC is going to win. So I think that DKE is going to win because they're riding up on an upswing because they just won their first game. I would say that the morale is pretty high and stuff like that, and I feel
Yeah.
like they just overtake DC, even though they did beat CDC last week.
I'm gonna say one thing. CDC is largely a better team than Barbreaker, so the fact that DKE had to reverse sweep to beat a worse version of CDC, in most people's opinion, including mine, I think this gives DC more of an edge. Also, I think DC has better talent. Haishan versus Nani, I think Haishan wins just because of experience, because I'm 99% sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that's just because Nini's like a flex support or something that's converted to off tank or main tank, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I was just looking at the matches and like I was watching the DC versus CDC match, and DC just kind of dismantled CDC while like DKE and Bob Burgers went to like a 6-map like epic series.
Yeah,
But when you look at the opponents, CDC is a lot stronger than Bob Burgers is. So,
Oh,
so
yeah.
just based on the quality of the opponents and how close each series was, I would say DC just kind of wins. Like,
Mhm.
however, I do think DKE has promise, and they'll probably be able to take a map off DC. I
I
still think DC wins.
I'd give an ultimatum. I think that it's winnable if, depending on how much playtime Null gets.
yeah. It all depends on if he gets more playtime. My prediction might become true. If he gets less playtime, I think Jeff's is gonna become true. I just don't see DK winning this match.
Okay, moving on to the next game, it's Vitalize versus Bot Burgers. We all think Vitalize is going to win 3-0. Bot Burgers, in my opinion, is a pretty low team at the moment,
Yeah.
and just
Yeah.
I played
compared
the
to
game without
Vitalize-
hands, and I think that I could 1v6 spot burgers. So
yeah, probably. Yo, beat our speedrun time with them. Beat our speedrun time. I think ours was like 58
Yo,
minutes.
I think we might run for 30.
Yo, speedrun them. No pauses as well.
If you're
someone
trying to go,
DCs,
I'm
they-
just saying, if you're gonna go for the speed run, try and get defense first. Defense.
Yeah.
Is gonna be so just go for movement, bro. Easy.
Next time we don't have to push the cart as far or anything.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You might just have to like take a tick or something.
Yeah.
Not
And,
even. You might just have to go on point.
We're literally just going to have to not leave.
That's all you have to do. Not swapping an easy Lucio or something.
We should do.
Zed.
We'll be on our off rolls and we'll still win 3-0.
Yeah. Zed, can you just tell us like what you're preparing for this, or can you not leak it?
I mean, I'm not exactly allowed to leak, but you know what I will leak is that we don't have to prepare because spawn perkers. No, but we're just like preparing for a game like any other, and we're going to take the opponent as serious as we would Papega or like I don't know, Shanghai or something like that.
Yeah, you
Say in
guys,
the
you guys
future.
better win because my team, you're the academy team of my team, so
Yeah.
Dude,
Bro,
I
come
got
on.
you, bro. We're gonna
Yeah.
carry.
yeah, don't worry.
All I'm gonna say is Go Goats ever since partnering with Vitalize have yet to win. So that might be something to take into consideration.
Yeah, I don't know. Seems kind of cursed to me.
First
Bob
of all,
Burgers wins. If Bob Burgers wins, it's gonna be complete. That's gonna be so cursed.
yo,
Yeah.
Okay.
first of all, goats only we were probably with them like 6 hours before the game. So
I know.
yeah,
But it still has a curse effect.
I'm sorry. All right, moving on to the next game. It's Papega Parrots versus CDC. Tank and Jeff can't vote for this because they're on Papega Parrots. But Zed thinks that Papega Parrots is gonna win, but I think CDC is gonna win. Jeff and Tanik, what are you guys preparing for?
I think we're just gonna prepare for like. Actually, no, I'm not gonna leak anything. Actually.
Yeah, I don't want to leak. I mean,
Yeah.
this comes out before the game, so I can't really leak. But I'm
Yeah.
like, I was watching the VOD versus DC, and
There's
honestly-
tons of stuff we can abuse. And there's tons of
Oh,
stuff that we
yeah.
gotta be careful of. I
Yeah.
think.
we definitely
Will
know
they come in
like
this-
their strengths and weaknesses. Like,
Yeah.
What I will say is CDC kind of seems to be getting rid of their good players within the past, since the league started. They kind of got rid of Jeff and, I think, wasn't Cheddar on that team too?
No, I think Cheddar's still on that team.
Cheddar's still on the team.
Yeah.
I don't know why they didn't play him. Honestly,
Yeah.
Like,
well,
I remember
they're not
playing with-
him, so he's effectively, not on the team.
dude, I
And
remember.
they're gonna throw him.
I remember playing with him on CDC. Like when I was on the team, he was nuts. Like he was really good. Like he may have had like a couple of like rough days, but like when he was popping, he was popping. So I don't know why they decided to bench him.
It might just because they think Emerald's been doing better than Scrims.
I mean, maybe, yeah. Maybe it's just Vantage feels more comfortable with Emerald
Yeah.
as a DPS partner, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so next game is Powerhouse versus High Society. I believe that we all think that Powerhouse is going to win, but I believe that High Society has a chance to win. I believe it'll at least become 5 maps.
I think Powerhouse is gonna win this just because the fact that May's back is gonna force many teams into playing May. So a lot of teams are just gonna like, hey, we can play May again, but we don't have Lucio. Oh well, we still have May. So Powerhouse can just do what they feel like, run that like Junker Torbjorn comp they want or whatever. I think they're just gonna take it at 3-0.
Yeah.
Just because they're gonna be probably hungry again after they lost Overcharge. They're gonna be like, hey, we can't lose another game. Let's just roll these kids and then win 5-head.
They won't be hungry for too long. I mean, Nick will be feeding them.
Oh, yeah, that is true.
Sure.
If Nick's on Genji, no win. No win.
Nick's a generous man, okay? He's
Yeah.
fed many a family for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, man.
Oh.
I personally have to thank Nick every night for the reason we won League 0 last season. His brig fed us so much. He fed less than Jeff did, so I have to say thank you for that.
Okay, bro.
As much as we, bust his balls, he is a really considerate guy. He feeds so many people every day.
Oh, yeah.
He's single-handedly stopping world hunger.
No, he's
Can we just get a round of applause for Nick?
yeah, for Nick.
Real American hero.
All right. On that note, we're gonna move on to the next game, which is Shanghai versus Yoink. We all think Shanghai's gonna win, but I believe that Yoink will at least take 1 map. Just Shanghai is a top team, and Yoink is like average.
Bottom team.
Yoink is the
They're not a-
definition. Yoink's just average.
Yeah.
They beat
Yeah,
the teams
Yoink-
below them, they lose to the teams above them.
They're not bad,
Actually-
but I wouldn't consider them average. They're just like
They're there.
right below
They're there.
average. They're
Nah, I
yeah,
think they're either below it or above. There's
they're,
like,
they're just painfully average.
yeah.
And I don't know. Yoink just got steamrolled by like really quick.
Yeah,
So
and they
I'm
also
not
had,
sh- I don't think anything will change for Shanghai.
yeah.
Yeah.
That'll probably be the biggest upset. If Yoink goes like a map 5, that'll be pretty big up,
Yeah.
I
to be
think
honest.
the biggest upset will be Vitalize versus Bob Burgers, but
Yeah.
but I mean that probably won't happen. But
The Gears controller DPS is really going to be scary. I can't wait.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to the final game. It is Wait What versus Overcharged. We all think Wait What's gonna win, but me and Zed believe that it's gonna go to 5 maps. So yeah, just wait. What seems to be on the upswing after the 3-0 victory over Yoink, but I feel like it's going to be a bit more challenging because Overcharge is just a better team. Smile.
Yeah, you overcharge. I think like the reason why I have it going 3-0 is just because I feel like Wait What's just the better mechanical team overall, and I feel like with more synergy as well as like a little game planning, they could probably just figure out how to be overcharged in a little bit time, and just win from there.
Yeah.
Tanic, you seem to be forgetting. Overcharged has a Kimbo.
Oh yeah, dude, he's gonna eat every single one of Nyx's blades, dude. I can't wait.
Oh,
yeah, he's just gonna DM the fuck out of them.
Yeah.
But honestly, though, I think Overcharge showed a lot of promise in
yeah.
the win versus Powerhouse. So I think they do have that ability to play up to their opponents really well. So it'd be interesting to see how they do versus Wait What, but I still think Wait What is just.
Oh yeah, I
like,
think Wait What's
the
just the better
overall-
team.
Just the better
What I
team.
also think from Wait What is they might be high off their own gases from their win last week against a subpar team, so they're just gonna roll into this thinking that like, they're big in the brain or something. And
Yeah.
that their IQ is just going to carry them, and then they're going to get shocked a little, but try to persevere.
Yeah.
I
So
think
don't
with
it's gonna-
I think one move that they did do, I heard from a DV, is that they prefer Piggy just because he is a stronger mental than Spork, which I don't blame them.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, they dismantled Yoink with Piggy in, so he's obviously very capable. So we'll see how he does against Overcharge.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. So that's the end of the intermediate part of the countdown. Do you guys have any final words to say?
Nick is a feeder, and
Yeah.
Matt fed Cybergraph Season 0 playoffs. Never forget.
Never forget,
bro.
eh?
I
Yeah,
just
bro.
want Bot Burgers to be ready. Like, it takes a lot to be mentally boomed, and I'm willing to help carry your casket to the grave while I'm already carrying my own team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, if you need that, feel free to DM me. They're open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just really excited for the CDC game. That's gonna be a fun match, especially since I played for them last time. So
Yeah, guys, if you ever need any money for coffins, ask Sermi for some.
Oh yeah, facts. You probably give me some, like, iTunes too.
Oh yeah, probably.
yeah. Don't ask for Spotify Premium though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's a touchy subject.
He already put his allowance on Ranter, so we don't want to touch that topic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well. Yeah. See you guys next week.